You guys know Patrick Mahomes. Today, we're putting him head-to-head against the best teams since 2000. From the bone-crushing safeties to the all-pro quarterbacks, he's facing them all. Will he survive the gauntlet or crumble under the pressure? It all starts now. Starting off this video, we're in the divisional round with the Chiefs taking on the 2007 Tom Brady-led Patriots. In the first half, there wasn't a lot of action as it's tied up 10-10, but in the second half, we got to it. On the first drive, the Patriots fumble and Nick Bolton scoops it up, taking it back for a touchdown. The Chiefs now lead 17-10. And on their next drive, Mahomes was able to march down the field, eventually connecting with his running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire for a 6-yard touchdown, which puts them up 24-10. With the clock working against them, Tom Brady was able to march down the field and cut the Kansas City lead to only 7. Which brings us around the 2-minute warning with the Chiefs trying to end this game. 2nd and 8, handoff, Pacheco is stuffed. 3rd and 7, if the Chiefs convert, this game is over, and it's caught. Pat Mahomes finishes off Tom Brady 24-17. He'll be moving on to the AFC Championship, which is against the 2007 Chargers, led by Phillip Rivers. They went 14-2 in the regular season in the year 2007. And the Chargers got off to a blazing start as Rivers found Antonio Gates for multiple receptions marching down to the red zone, but unfortunately Chris Jones got to Rivers on 3rd down, forcing the Chargers to settle for 3. Down 3-0, Mahomes didn't hesitate looking for his number 1 target, Travis Kelce. On 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, the Chiefs were able to take the lead. The Chargers went 3 and out, and Jerick McKinnon turned into prime Marshawn Lynch. Yo, that run was absurd. Down 14-3, Phillip Rivers needs to make something happen. Luckily, he's got Antonio Gates, who just continues to get open, and the Chargers are inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Rivers finds Lorenzo Neal for a 4-yard touchdown. Unfortunately, that's all the action from this game, as the Chiefs would go on a rampage, absolutely destroying the Chargers 49-27. Meanwhile, the 2008 Cardinals and the 2016 Panthers face off in the NFC Championship, and Kurt Warner takes the field leading 16-14 in the 3rd quarter. His connection with Larry Fitzgerald has been hot the entire playoffs, and they extend their lead 23-14. But the 2016 MVP Cam Newton isn't simply going to roll over. Whether it's through the air or on the ground, Cam Newton might be the hardest player to stop in all the NFL. And this drive, he won't be denied. Did I mention that the Larry Fitzgerald-Kurt Warner connection was hot? Dude, that was an absolute bomb, Larry Fitz. But of course, Cam Newton's going to do everything in his power to keep his team in the game. And on 3rd down, he finds Ted Ginn Jr. for a touchdown. With their lead narrowed to 2, Arizona looks to put the boots to Carolina for good. And it all comes down to this. 3rd and 6, Kurt Warner standing tall. He fires, and it's out of bounds. Arizona is still able to take 3, giving them a 5-point lead. What's Cam gonna do? 4th and 10. Moving around the pocket. That's a long throw, and it's complete. Oh my God. Jericho Cotchery tutty. Wow. Arizona has 3 timeouts in 40 seconds. They can definitely go down and kick a field goal. No, I didn't even realize they could just go for 2. Absolutely need this. They run the ball. Jonathan Taylor gets stuffed. This kick right here could send the Cardinals to the Super Bowl, and he made it, right? He got it. Okay. Cardinals win, and now the 2007 Cardinals have a second chance to win the Super Bowl. To start the game, both the Cardinals and the Chiefs traded touchdowns, but in the second quarter, the Chiefs started to pull away. And right before the second half, Mahomes delivered the dagger, a 70-yard touchdown to Mecole Hardman. At least I thought it was the dagger. In the second half, Arizona scored 22 unanswered points, and late in the 3rd quarter, backed up on his own 12-yard line, Mahomes makes a critical mistake. Kansas City backed up 2nd and 17 on their own 12-yard line. Mahomes fires, intercepted by the Cardinals. Dude, Cardinals are rolling. Even though this is the 2007 Cardinals, they're still using their playbook as of current day. So here's a Kurt Warner read option touchdown. And when you got Kurt Warner rushing for touchdowns, your team is probably unstoppable. The Cardinals hang 60 on the Chiefs and rewrite history, winning the Super Bowl, I think in their own stadium, right? There's a home game. That's kind of OP. So after every single season, we're going to add 1 player to the Chiefs that played since the year 2000. If that makes sense. And our first player is going to be Dontari Poe. We'll see if he makes a difference this year. Sure looks like he did. The Chiefs went 16-1. And after a first-round bye, we've got a divisional rematch versus Tom Brady. Tom Brady and Randy Moss got off to a hot start in the divisional round, and it's Lawrence Maroney who caps off a New England touchdown drive as they take a 17-0 lead. However, Patrick Mahomes went on to throw not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdown passes unanswered. That's 28 unanswered points from the Chiefs, and they beat the Pats 52-31. But there is an AFC team we haven't seen yet in this video, and they're making a stop at Arrowhead. Your 2016 Super Bowl champion, Denver Broncos. With 83 total points scored, this game was a score-a-thon, but for most of it, Denver was trailing Kansas City. There was a brief moment where they had a lead, but that was easily squandered, and Kansas City would come out on top 45-38. The NFC Championship game final score is 45-21, the 2013 Seahawks getting the best of the 2002 Bucs. Setting the stage for the second Super Bowl of today's experiment, Prime Russ versus Prime Mahomes. Very nostalgic seeing Russell Wilson in the Color Rush unis. Mahomes and the Chiefs didn't skip a beat in the Super Bowl, executing on their first drive in Mahomes connecting with his fullback for a touchdown. The Seahawks settled for 3, and just like Deshaun Watson, Mahomes would not be denied on his second drive. Apparently, it took Russell Wilson a full quarter to realize he wasn't playing on the Broncos, and the Seahawks actually put together a pretty solid drive around the midpoint of the second quarter. And from the 1-yard line, you got to give it to beast mode. Once again, Mahomes marched the Chiefs down the field, but on a 3rd and 10 in the red zone, Kelsey came up just short of the end zone, and Kansas City took 3. With 4 minutes left in the second quarter and a 1-score game, all the Seahawks fans are looking at Russell Wilson to make something happen. 3rd and 3, looks like we got a couple crosses on the field. That's a bad miss, and Seattle's gonna punt. As time ticked away in the second quarter, Mahomes fired to the flat and Kadarius Toney walked into the end zone. And from there, I didn't even have to watch. I pretty much figured it was over. We simmed the rest of the Super Bowl, and you guessed it, in just the second year of this simulation, Pat Mahomes already has a Super Bowl ring. Okay, our next Kansas City Chief is going to be Eric Berry. I liked Eric Berry. He was a pretty good player for the Chiefs pre-Mahomes era, so I feel like a 95 X factor is justified. In year 3, Kansas City went 12-5, and they played the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. If you're familiar with the history of these two teams, you know this playoff game is going to be a banger. But the Bills can win the game with this field goal. We're going to jump into this game with the Bills trailing 10-7 late in the third quarter. On 3rd and 3, Josh Allen finds Dawson Knox in the end zone. And now with the score 17-10, Josh Allen can put this game away. We've got a huge 3rd down and 7. Josh Allen finds Diggs over the middle, 1st down. Allen drops back. Looks like he's going to be sacked. Is he about to be sacked again? Oh, that's a first. Unfortunately, the Bills would stall out and attempt a 50-plus yard field goal. They better hope they make this. It's up, and that... I don't know, it's no good. Mahomes scanning downfield, throwing a crosser route. That's an easy 1st down. Looks like he's going to check down again over the middle. Another like 15 yards. 2nd and 2, 7-yard line. Looks like the slant's open and touchdown. Gabe Davis, 9 for 134. Just a classic Gabe Davis versus the Chiefs. All right, 45 seconds. We've seen crazier things happen in real life. Josh Allen finds Diggs over the middle. 3rd and 4. Looks like we're going deep shot. Diggs complete. All right, Kansas City iced them, but the Bills can win the game with this field goal. It's much shorter than the last field goal, but he did get iced, and he shanked it. We're going into overtime. Bills actually won the toss this time. Looks like Kansas City brought their safeties up. Are they blitzing on this play? Allen snaps. They sent both safeties. That's Eric Berry with a strip sack, dude. Oh, wow. He's going to pick it up and score. Pat Mahomes outlasts Josh Allen. Final score 23-17. The Chargers are back at Arrowhead in the divisional round, and they're going to open up scoring with a touchdown to Antonio Gates. The Chiefs get to the red zone, but Mahomes throws an interception to Quentin Jammer, and they extend their lead to 14. But as the first half ends, Mahomes finds Kelsey in the red zone for a touchdown, and in the third, MVS makes this ridiculous catch. The Chargers get back on the board at the end of the third, and Sean Merriman sacks Mahomes in the end zone for a safety, giving the Chargers a massive advantage, ultimately knocking off the Chiefs 31-21. They'd go on to win the AFC Championship versus the Ravens, and the Falcons would survive the Panthers. And the 2017 Atlanta Falcons would be your year 3 Super Bowl champion. Matt Ryan escapes the 28-3 allegations and wins the Lombardi for Atlanta. If you enjoy sim-style content, check out this video and consider subscribing.